Good evening. I'm Florentino, and today I'll be discussing mental health stigmas in the workplace. I too struggle with mental health issues on and off of work in my everyday life, and it's hard to overcome these issues that I deal with. But from other people's views, it may seem that I'm doing okay, I'm lively, I'm interactive, but that is what I'm trying to portray or with the image I'm trying to give off. It's not every day that we talk to people who are open enough about their mental issues or their mental health problems. But today, we will be discussing some of these issues and how to overcome them. In the world today, we see many people with mental illness. We may not notice, but some of them are being ridiculed, picked on, and even put down. They are made to feel inadequate and different. I believe everyone is created equally, no matter what we see on the outside. People with mental health issues are no different than regular people. Mental illness is common in the U.S. At least 1 in 4 people will experience a mental health problem at some point in their lives. And around 1 in 10 children will also experience a mental health issue at some point in their lives. Most people who experience mental health problems do not fully recover. They can manage to live with these issues, especially if they get the right help early on. But even though so many people are affected, there is a strong social stigma and much discrimination in all aspects of their lives. This stigma or discrimination that they experience can cause many of their problems to escalate and become worse. They can get this from family, friends, employers, you know, and approximately 9 out of 10 people with mental health issues say the stigma and discrimination have a negative effect on their lives. This occurs because society overall has stereotype opinions about mental illness and how it affects other people. Numerous people, excuse me, numerous people believe that individuals with mental illness are violent, dangerous, and can even hurt themselves as well as others. Stigma and discrimination can also make someone's mental health problems become even worse. Social segregation, poor housing, unemployment, poverty are all related to mental illness. Stigma and discrimination can trap people in a cycle of illness. The media can also make this situation much worse, and media reports often link mental illness with violence or portray people with mental health problems as dangerous, criminals, or unable to live a normal, fulfilled life. Stereotypes are also a type of prejudice, and stereotypes make people easier to dismiss, and in doing so, it spreads a stigma. The media also spreads stigma by giving the public narrow minded stories based around the stereotypes. Some of the stereotypes used against these people are manic, tolerant, lewd, pathetic, sad characters, dishonest. A negative attitude towards a person with a mental illness can start as early as preschool and continue until early adulthood. Some of the factors that influence the stigmas are assumptions about the individual's disorder and the appearance of the individual as well, and sometimes the behavior. When issues of mental health arise, we need to, if, pardon me, if mental illness issues arise in the workplace, we need to let our superiors know. If mental issues happen outside of the workplace with your family or your friends, you need to discuss these issues with them as well. Even though it is hard to talk about these problems, we need to find it in ourselves to let others know, because if we hold it in, then other things build up and keep building up and then will eventually explode. So, with that being said, it is important to let others know about our mental illness. Are we okay? How's your day going? It's going good. It's going bad. But when mental issues arise at work and others are putting us down, are making fun of us, or are trying to belittle us, we need to make this known to the appropriate supervisors so that something can take place and adjust these issues. With that being said, I like to say that the stigma of mental illness is around today, and don't blow it off. Don't just, say, hey, maybe they don't know, but bring it to somebody's attention if these things are taking place at work, because we don't need this to make our situation worse or cause more problems to us or others. The end.